mean, it's just like oh wait!
What a goal by Will Six, and who else to score this one than the former MVP candidate?
You're absolutely right, and a former Rocketeer scoring
Grand Champ title on this man. Will Six is out for blood here. What an opportunity, and he scores again!
Looks like all they needed was to feel the team out, understand what their rotations were, and now they figured it out. They found the loophole, and they're
Pass
gonna
opportunity, nobody home.
Definitely a good effort from Joe, and it ends in Slurpee Snail scoring the first goal for the Three Rocketeers. It is a 2-1 game. It's still anybody's game.
Slurpee Snail is trying
They
to
have a lot more possession, not necessarily as many, too many touches more. Oh my God! Will Six with yet another goal. I think that is his third goal of this matchup, if I'm not correct.
Third goal of the match. Beautiful positioning by Will Six. Nice patience
on the rotation for on the side of the Three Rocketeers, and clearly, as Ozzy was out of position there, Baby Domes with an easy little flick over the top for yet another goal for the Gold Diggers.
Ozzy missed this thing by what seemed like a coat of paint, and now we have a 2. Whenever I found out RLCS keeps track of demos, I was severely disappointed in myself, and Will Six with the kiss!
Wow, Will Six is really showing up tonight with rocking that Season 4 Grand Champion. I know he just got that for the first time. Congratulations to him. And watch there for the Gold Diggers. But the Three Rocketeers look like they have another opportunity. Oh my God, Joe! Joe with the first goal for the second goal for the Three Rocketeers this season. I mean, this is a ball game. Like I said, I mean, I think the fact that the Gold Diggers scored so early.
Pride in not getting swept and or sweeping, as we see a nice touch by Baby Dumbs to give them a 1-goal advantage.
Let it be known now, this is when the Gold Diggers typically score, around the 2-minute mark. That's something to look forward to.
Another beautiful goal by Will Six, his 5th of the night, and this may have iced the cake here.
Over with. Come on, I need to see a goal here. Let's go.
Throttle Dog with a beautiful pass to Heartless. What a play!
And there was a goal within the first minute. Just wasn't for the team that I said it was going to be for. So
that's volleying the other way as Heartless now shot on net opportunity. Strive with the nice textbook save. Throttle Dog puts one in off a banger rebound.
Here's what I was saying. Throttle Dog is also a scorer. Let's not forget that. All right.
Pressure going, nice and patient. Maybe another flick opportunity. What a shot by the all-time leading scorer.
Wow, and there it is, 2-1. It is a Rocket League game here. 3 minutes left in this first matchup.
Off the top post, bounce shot now. Throttle Dog keeps it out, but barely. And what an insane sequence! Off the post 3 times, and in it goes for the Kings to tie this game up.
Wow, I almost didn't know where to look there, Buckets.
24 seconds remaining, and we see Strive. Dangerous touch, and it puts it right up to Throttle Dog for the goal, his 2nd on the game.
And that is a really difficult time to score for the opposing team at 20 seconds left. 3-2.
And another demo opportunity! This one might squeeze it off the post. Panda scores!
Absolutely insane. Pandas comes in. It looked like it was just about to touch the... Oh my God, look how close that was. And still 1 second left. It looked like it was about over.
And honestly, seeing this type of competition, and Throttle Dog with the hat trick, the first hat trick of Season 4.
I actually got out of my chair for that. How many goals is that in 1 minute, Buckets?
With 1-1 here, and as good as last game went, it could go either way, especially on the back of Blubbernut, as we see right there.
And check out his library card. He read that block like it was his job. What a great block by Blubbernut.
Beautiful demo indeed, and as you mentioned, I am almost willing to bet that Blubbernut called that as a play per se. And what a double tap by Strive!
And there he is, another rookie. I mean, we were talking about him. He is a little bit of a wild card, but he is impressive. And a lot of shots happening here. Pandas with an easy flick over there. Very nice shot by Pandas, putting them up 3-0 with less than 2 minutes to go in the second match.
This is a very different game than we saw in game 1, ladies and gentlemen.
And there's always a chance, but it's getting to that time.
And the rookie Strive puts the nail in the coffin. His second goal of this game alone, and he has iced this and evened up.
Flubbernutt had a perfect opportunity there, thwarted by the Clarity United, and it leads to a goal by Throttle Dog.
Throttle Dog with the awkward angle shot, doesn't hit anything but the back of the net. It is a 1-goal matchup. Clarity United has the advantage. The net's wide open, and Heartless puts it in all the way from his own defensive end.
Wow, what a ball. I mean, he got up there to get, oh man, what a great hit there. Just unfortunate. He hasn't left the side of the Speed Demons here. I know it's bad, now it has, but I mean, it was, for a while there, it stayed on the side of the Speed Demons. It looked like they just counterattacked really hard there and just pushed it. And our King Duwork is just there.
Nice shot opportunity, Sir Brody with the great 50, and we see it squeezed in by Massamune.
Oh wow, what a nice little touch there by Moss. I mean, it was such a soft touch, and it just rolled right in. No one was there at the back post, and you know, he found the spot. Great job by Moss. Absolutely right. I think the Bleacher Boys are just staying really cool, calm, and collected, and it's working because Massamune takes another one for the Bleacher Boys there.
What a great shot by Mass, and we see the nice downwards bounce shot. Always tough to read and hard to K1 Killer is the third and final player to have never missed a QRLS game, and what a shot by CDL Pinky.
Wow, what a shot there. I mean, that's, you know, to get a goal in the first minute of the game is always a great feat to accomplish. Wow, what a goal by K1 Killer. 1-1 now with 1:37 left. I mean, that was a good read by him. A good little touch to the right of Massamune, just couldn't get to it. Great shot. Oh, jeez. And what yet another opportunity, man. It's just, oh! K1, it looked like the Bleacher Boys just kind of jumped early there. I can't remember. It was Alec. It looks like he jumped early
to avoid the demo.
The Kings are playing such great defense.
Great defense indeed. I couldn't agree more. Great shot by Pinky as we see him score for the first time since the end of last season. And ZDL Pinky gives his squad the one goal.
And it's just
another beautiful demo. These guys are hungry, and what a goal by Alec Big.
Wow, a demo into a goal. You love to see it. It's a great strat. I mean, one of the most frustrating in the game, but when done correctly and strategically, it works.
Pink sideline and Squid, just as you mentioned, this is back and forth. What a bump there on the back post, and what a score by our King Duwork.
Back and forth, bing bong, good goal by the Speed Demons, 2-1. Less than 2 minutes left. That's a good time to get a goal back. We will see if the Speed Demons can execute the tie here. But Massamune puts one in again. And they answered right back. They want to keep that lead. They want to have it over their heads the entire game, and I love it. I love the tenacity. Speed Demons got 50 seconds left to get 2 goals, or this game's over.
Great shot there, Massamune with another goal here, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was a pretty damn good goal. I mean, good reading, good control there off the wall. Next week, I don't know who's playing who next week, but when they face off, it'll be a good one for sure.
And another goal there by the Speed Demons cuts the deficit to 2. Are we gonna see the comeback here, Squid? It's not impossible. See now the Bleacher Boys take the series 2-1. Alec Big tries one for the highlight reel, and ZDL Pinky gets there, and Big gets the playmaker.
Oh my God, what a 0-second goal there. Pinky's just there to clean it up. Great goal, great.
Off the nose of Stubbs as he sends it away. North trying to redirect it. Stubbs now with a big touch, looking for the double tap, and he collects. He gets it in, and he bangs it into the upper 90 for the first goal in this third game, with only 47 left to go.
Absolutely, and like we've been talking about all night, Stubbs just take exterminator. So it's always something you have to watch out for.
North of the pass out to Stubbs. Stubbs banging it in. Oh, such a close save. Little bucket unable to save the bang that Stubbs fed right into that net off the pass of North.
Absolutely. Beautiful backboard pass from North, and then the pressure kind of shift here. Hammerheads are bringing it to TH Clarity after an early
Stubbs with a big
start.
miss, and Little Bucket with an even bigger one, but Joe's Mose is there to clean it up as they answer back.
Janitor Joe's Mose comes in for the cleanup.
Yes, he does. He puts it right in there, and they said, we are not getting shut out in game. Seeking that revenge, and he's getting closer and closer to taking game 1 away from Stubbs and TH Clarity.
Absolutely. You know, there's still a lot of game left here. Yeah, especially with a team as solid defensively as the Hammerheads. You know, you're not just... Oh, and Stubbs scores on a roll up the side.
Speaking of holes in the defense, one great way to make a hole in the defense is to just kill them, which is what North does to free the net for Stubbs, who takes full advantage of the open net and puts it in territory. Stubbs keeps it here. Zan setting himself up for maybe an air dribble. Flicks it over, and it's just past the nose of the diving jet, and we have our first goal of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Zan's with a beautiful play to set himself up there and then go and read that touch just out of the rut.
Giving him any room to breathe whatsoever. The Jet trying to take a shot on net, and he places it in over the nose of the diving Joe's Mose.
Absolutely. That's honestly the best look they've really had this game, other than that one miscue from North earlier. So let's see if they can.
We'll be a lot better. Hopefully, you can just get into paying attention to the game and not worrying. Okay, cool. Jeremy says it's working perfect, so I'm gonna assume it's working perfect from here on out. Oh, I hope not. Oh, the dish? No, oh my God, dude, the mule's actually nuts. Did you get to see this, Mark? Are you paying attention? Mark, are you there? They've got a family! That was an amazing shot, actually. Twitch, and kickoff is on its way. Will fielding the offensive pressure. K1 Killer already in the air. Great pass, and we have a 7-second goal right off the rip.
Amazing pass right there. K1 Killer just puts the pressure on, and Eagle right there to cap.
They're going to be pressed to keep that strong defense up.
I couldn't agree more. Captain Tragic puts one on net, ties the game here with 3:21 remaining, puts it back post. There was nobody there.
I say they need to get better. They need to really focus on their defense, but to take a shot possibly, but great fielding there by Mimsy. Mainly Tragic rotating back out. Off the wall now. Brothers Tragic looking to set something up for Bearded. He can't get the shot on. Captain Tragic this time gets a shot on net.
No.
Mainly Tragic with his second goal of the night off of yet another rebound/clear scenario with no one on the back end.
We're not attacking at the mid. It is going to be a loss here for the K1 Kings. This win officially ties.
Oh, they'll take one just to save face. You know what? This is good momentum for into the game to take a goal at the end of this game.
Absolutely.
And prove to themselves that you know what, they can keep scoring.
Into the corner, looking for a pass.
Ladies, gentlemen, Octanes and Roadhogs, welcome to another Week 3 weekend, well, the first Week 3 weekend review of the season. We are here to talk QRLS news, power rankings, stats, and more. Joining me tonight in the booth, the always wonderful Mass Immune, player of the Bleacher Boys. And Mass, we have a lot to cover here today.
Yes, we do, Little Bucket. I can't wait to get into it. Got a whole lot to discuss.
Yeah, no question. And this week we have a new section here to kick things off in the weekend review. This section is now known as the QRLS News. So with that being said, Massimmune, 2 news topics here today. First thing, the 3 Rocketeers are essentially drop the roster and they pick up RL Zombie and Zilvery. What is your thoughts here on this move by the 3 Rocketeers, and how do you think it's going to impact them moving forward?
dramatically, actually. I honestly don't know why there's not more chatter around this move. I think it is secretly almost a bigger, break the league than this next topic that we're about to talk about. You know, Zombie and Zavri are about to come in under the radar and flip the script on the Three Rocketeers record for the season. I think people need to put more eyeballs on it so they can start drafting up their game plans.
Very exciting to see what the Three Rocketeers can do. They are currently 3-6, bottom of the league in the league standings. Moving on, the Hammerheads are the talk of the town once again as they quote-unquote break the league by signing LLXRL and Night Leaper. This transaction, for full disclosure, is under review with QRLS officials. And Massimune, kind of give us the breakdown on what happened here, and give us sort of your opinion on the matter, and obviously the petition that has gone around in the QRLS, which honestly, just from a personal standpoint, we love to see the interaction, regardless, by all the QRLS players and free agents. So just give us the quick rundown of what's going on here.
Yeah, so basically after last week's games and disappointing, a somewhat disappointing weeks 1 and 2, Billy Bob decided to do the captain thing and stir things up for the better of his league, right? Of his roster to kind of get their record back online. So he dropped his 2 members, Bearded and Robbie Riddlehoof, and he picked up Alex RL, which is, as everybody knows, is the highest, or I think he's technically the second highest ranked MMR. I think Billy Bob is like 1 point above him. I think he's 15-14 and Billy Bob is 15-15. And Night Leaper, who's been on the free agency list for as long as I can remember, and obviously resides in a pretty low position. I think his MMR currently is about 387. So he just squeezes that little margin of an MMR cap that the league has. So the breaking the league reference there is to this discussion that we'll get more into in a minute about is this acceptable? Is this going to be another season 3 Hammerheads that they're about to take the games by storm? And it's a conversation piece. This do you want to talk about the petition, or do you want me to get into it?
Yeah, so the league members, this petition was given to us admins this morning, and courtesy of one of the league members that will keep anonymous for respect's sake, and essentially the proposition was to undo this transaction and implement a new rule effective immediately to not let 2 players of MMR 1350 or higher on the QRLS spreadsheet on the same team together. And with that being said, there are signatures on the petition, and we as league officials are going to review it in full depth between today and the proposed deadline, which is Monday the 7th, tomorrow. And we honestly are just going to go in it open-minded, and we're going to go into it with the thought of the betterment of the league. And so, this is honestly the type of thing that we kind of hoped would have happened. We want to hear everybody's voices. We want to hear everybody's opinions. And at the end of the day, we want everybody here. We all got in here for one reason or another, and we're not just going to so easily let you run away without letting us try to help you out first and hear you out at the very minimum. So with that being said, keep your eyes out on the announcements tab in the Discord server. And, I think we... I think overall, Mass, and you might be able to concur with this, yesterday there was a lot of discussion in a lot of different chats, and for the most part, pretty constructive.
Yeah, emotions were definitely getting high, both in the the captain's discussion, the general discussion, and even the admin chat. So this is good. This is a good thing. People's feelings can tend to get hurt when they're proud of things, when they're emotional about something, and that's good. It means you care about what you're doing, about making it better. So certainly no malicious intent in anything that was discussed. We all have our opinions on the matter, and I'm sure those will be made evident soon.
Yeah, and very well put indeed, Mass. Let's get moving on here. We could talk about that for days to come, but with that, we've got some games to go over here, Massimmune, and one of the first matchups we saw was in fact Clarity United taking on the Hammerheads this week. Throttle Dog with a stat sheet stuffing performance to help lead Clarity United to the 2-1 series victory. As you can see, he had the hat trick and the savior in this matchup, but Clarity United started off with a bagel.
Yeah, it seemed at the beginning like it was going to be the Hammerheads return to form, and it's likely that if they had continued on this, on that 5-0 streak for the rest of the series, that we probably wouldn't have seen that transaction that transpired. And to be honest, it looked like Clarity was about to let it go. There were 10 to 15. I mentioned this during the stream, but there were 10 to 15 seconds left in game one, and you just saw, Heartless just stop in net. I think Throttle also just kind of like let the ball go, and it was worrisome. It looked like they had resigned themselves to the fate of the shark attack, but they got their heads in the game. They pulled through, and they brought it to the Sharks.
No question. Throttle Dog having an amazing season so far. Really a great fit there for Clarity United after being drafted in the number 3 spot of this past season's draft. And obviously all of the controversy and transaction question marks surrounding the Hammerheads. Who knows what the future holds for this franchise. They currently sit 3-6 tied at the bottom with the 3 Rocketeers at the bottom of the calculated division. Moving on, we have the next matchup that we saw in Week 3, the Gold Diggers taking on the Kings, and Will Six absolutely showed out here.
Yeah, certainly. And actually, one quick, I'll take my nickel back on the last matchup, but something that people may have overlooked before we get into this matchup is that Bearded, 4L, and Robbie are now free agents. Past their waiver dates. So you guys have the opportunity to now pick up, one of the best defensive players in the league, and Robbie, when his hamster is awake, one of the best offensive players in the league. So don't let that opportunity slide before they realize their mistake. And anyway, getting into this game, yeah, Will definitely woke up, I think, in this game. I think he's starting to take on that leadership role more than he has before. And it's the Gold Diggers franchise, I think, is about to stamp their mark on the league.
Yeah, no question about it. And with that, the Kings have honestly have kind of a weird season so far. If we want to talk about them real quick, we've seen the up and down kind of games that we've seen them have, and I think a lot of that rides on the back of the captain Blubbernut. I mean, we saw him win Player of the Week last week with an outstanding performance, but then all of a sudden, you kind of see him a little middling there. He had the savior this week, but you have Panda getting the 3 goals. Great performance there, 4 saves. But Strive, the rookie, not getting anything on net as well. It kind of makes it really hard to go back and forth if you were the Kings franchise.
Yeah, and the Kings have, like you said, they've had an up and down season. They started out great against the Speed Demons. Clarity, they had a rough, really close game 1-2, and now they get 6-1 in their last game against the Gold Diggers. So it's definitely something they have to kind of come to terms with is where their shortcomings are, and what they can do to turn them around. Because the potential on the squad is evident, right? Blibbernut, his stats speak for themselves, and I think the name Strive is in everybody's thoughts and minds when they start to think about the most mechanical and consistent players in the league. So I think they have the path set before them. I think they can do better. So let's see them execute.
Moving on, we see the next matchup that we witnessed in Week 3. Bleacher Boys taking on the Three Rocketeers. The Three Rocketeers did take Game 2 here in this series, but your Bleacher Boys, Mass, were just all over the field, and your captain, Alec Big, had a really good showing.
Yeah. We don't talk about that Game 2 that other than that cracked read off my own wall into my own net. That was one of the best goals I've ever hit. This was a scary game. Slurpee may as well be a speed demon because he's flying through the field and sneaking shots from the sidewall into my top 90 that I would never be able to catch. With his new move of dropping Oral Zombie and Joe 2361 and picking up, Cerberus and picking up Zavri, I think that they're going to be even scarier. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm glad we already faced them.
Yeah, you guys won't be seeing them again unless you meet in the finals, as they are interdivisional. And I want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't that second stat line there is not RL Zombie's stat line. That is actually Ozzy's stat line. Ozzy did return this week. However, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, a little short-lived, right, Mass?
Yeah, no, he's definitely sticking around, and I think you guys saw the potential there. So there's two more players, two more quality players that can improve and can make a roster better, just up for grabs. So take advantage of it. But no, this very well could be a championship match, right, that we have in front of me. I would not be surprised if Bleacher Boys Rocketeers were the finals.
Moving on, the last match of the week, we saw the Headhunters take on the Speed Demons, and Avoidable Clown, his first week as a full-time player, racked in the hat trick one game. You saw Squiddy D absolutely go crazy on the stat sheet. Hat trick, savior, you name it. But the Speed Demons, once again, we see them win towards the end of the night.
Yeah, if you look at these score lines, you start to see some chinks in the armor. I don't think anybody who was watching the stream or coming into this match, not players accordingly, but fans and viewers, would have thought that Headhunters were not sweeping the Speed Demons, right? Speed Demons are at the bottom of the standings, or were the bottom of the stand. I think they still technically are. Headhunters are the top. But if you look at it, you see consistency from the Speed Demons. You see even goal percentages. 2 goals, 3 goals, and then in the Headhunters, they just kind of drop the ball that last game. So chinks in the armor that can be exploited by a consistent team like the Speed Demons going forward. So don't look too far into this Headhunters victory. They are fallible.
Yeah, you see K1 Killer's performance there for the Speed Demons, earning him the Player of the Week honors here for Week 3 in the Savage Division. And I'm glad you brought up standings, because our next section here, Mass, is none other than the Power Ranking section for Week 3. And with that, you see the standings down there below. Here is our personal opinion in the panel, not necessarily Mass's, but Mass, tell us what you think here. The Rocketeers kind of stick out because, they're essentially starting from scratch.
Right. And I'm, for the guys in the chat, this is also my first time seeing this. So let me, just give me a second here to take it all in. So you put the Rocketeers at the bottom. I think that's that's fair. I think I personally think that they're definitely now a better team than a lot of the teams here. But even before, I think they would probably be on par, if not a little better than the Speed Demons. Like they were definitely pushing the Bleacher Boys to the brink. So I don't know if I would put them at the bottom, but you know, K1 might have some choice words for for that assessment. Um, other than that, I think you're pretty on the money here. Clarity surprised me with their performance against the Hammerheads, so definitely see them in that playoff spot pretty easily. And you know, as far as the 1 and 2, I think it's kind of a toss up, but we'll see in week 7 when when the Bleacher Boys play the Headhunters. I think yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because that is one of these top 3 teams here have honestly been sort of flip-flopped here all season long so far, these first 3 weeks in these power rankings. And, you know, the Gold Diggers, the Bleacher Boys, and the Headhunters all kind of going back and forth. The only difference is the Bleacher Boys are not in the same division as the Headhunters and the Gold Diggers, and that might take big strides late in the season as you only have to see these 2 teams once mass, whereas they have to face each other twice.
Yeah, we have definitely I wouldn't say we've gotten off lucky, but we started out a little shaky with our team, you know, as I've called it, our team mojo, and I've only in the past couple of weeks kind of kicked into full gear. So it's gonna be interesting. I think I'm excited to see who in that matchup of, you know, Will Six and the boys and Toaster and the boys come out ahead. My personal opinion, I think that Headhunters will keep their spot in the top 2. I think we will overtake them, but I don't think that they're gonna allow themselves to drop very far. They're too consistent. Their players are much better than their MMRs suggest, and I think that's a winning strategy. That, you know, maybe if I was in a team that needed a turnaround, I would make some drastic roster changes to fix. Just, you know, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
No question. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to approach one of my favorite sections here of the weekend review, the player spotlight. And joining us this week is the week 3 player of the week for the Savage Division, K1 Killer. K1, despite the series loss, you guys really showed out in game 3 there, and you in particular like stuffed the stat sheet.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me. Really excited to be on and love hearing you guys talk. It didn't go the way we had hoped. We knew we were going up against one of the best teams in the league, but kind of what Mass was mentioning before, you know, we've seen where they have chinks in the armor, I think is the best way to describe that. And it took us 2 games, but game 3, we're able to really exploit those quote unquote chinks in the armor to really win in the way that we knew that we could. It's, you know, been nice to have done it a game or 2 earlier. But yeah, I think it was a really good momentum turn for us, both as a team and individually for myself as well.
Yeah, and my first question for you here is, you know, a lot of people almost would consider you a silent killer, if you will. And, you know, you have the veteran experience in the league. You've won a championship as a captain. You have been on a numerous number of rosters, whether you played or not. You've been bounced around from time to time. But a lot of people don't know that you're actually 3rd all-time in goals, slated to be number 2 by the end of this season.
I didn't know that. So, yeah, I mean, go ahead.
How do you think that impacts your play? You know, because a lot of people to be honest with you, I think people are kind of taking you a little lightly here, K1.
Well, I'd hope that's not the case. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I've been in rosters because I was a captain the past few seasons, and so I put myself on rosters with people who I've always preferred to kind of be the playmaker or the facilitator. And when I have like Jay Eagle on a team or Blubbernut on my team or X Knight on my team, I don't need to be the goal scorer necessarily. I play much better as far as like facilitating the offense, picking up demos, and playing a deeper, defensive rotation. But as this team, and obviously being on different rosters and different teams have different, people have meshed. I found myself in more of the need to be the goal scorer, the go-to goal scorer, which is a first for me as far as being in the league. I haven't really been the go-to goal scorer, so it's been a new role for me and something that I need to get a bit more comfortable with, but definitely something I think I can do. So, I try to get shots off in awkward spots. And hopefully, I know I caught Toaster real awkward the other night. I got a ball just behind him because I know behind him always works. But yeah, no, it's been a lot more fun not having to play a little further back and be up there and really popping shots on net.
Yeah, no doubt. And, leading into Mass's analysis from your games this week, the goal differential, and Mass, you can touch on this a little as well, was dead even between you guys and your opponents. It was a matter of where the goals came and when.
Yeah, I was about to mention this. There were no differences in your total offensive summation. So what my first question to you, K1, is moving forward. You seem to have kind of started to hit a stride, but moving forward, what are you and your guys gonna kind of work on? I know you're not the captain of the Speed Demons, but as their leading scorer, what are you gonna work on with the guys? What are your weak areas that you think you can bring to your next matchup against I believe it's the Rocketeers?
Yeah, we get to see the Rocketeers. I know you're just kind of comparing us, and you think they're a little better, and hopefully we can change your mind a little bit.
I really hope you can. Obviously, nobody has seen the new squad play, but yeah, I hope you're right.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So, our King has actually been doing a phenomenal job as a captain, and going over and above. And I have to say, even I feel really, it feels really good to be on a team with a captain who's as passionate about trying to grow the team and develop the talent that's on the team. I've been a captain, I've been in his shoes, but I've always had, pretty veteran players, on my team. So it made my job as a captain pretty easy. Our King, he's kind of stepping in. Him and I had never really played in the past, and Sir Brodude being a rookie and about middle of the pack as far as MMR goes, it's been a lot of fun working with him and really developing his skill as a player. So to kind of answer your question more succinctly, I think the thing that we're going to continue to improve on is being comfortable with each other rotationally, making sure like we have a pretty set rotation mindset that we have and that we work on. We Speed Demon level Rocket League. We're get in and out of plays, make sure we have a man back, and I think there's just some miscommunications. If you look at a lot of the goals that are getting scored on us are balls that are just over our head because they're pushed up a bit too far in offense, or maybe a small miscommunication on defense, and we give up easy goals. But when we're on our defensive game, we're not really getting scored on, and we put a lot of offensive pressure up. If we could just clean up a little bit of that, I know our record doesn't show it, but we're actually really, really close to being, a top tier team. It's just small things that we just got to polish out, and we're getting a little better each week. And Sir Brodude's improved so much, and it's been so good to have him working with us and kind of improving him because he's such a raw talent. So we're just kind of getting him a bit more polished. So once we're really officially all on the same page, you saw it in game. You see it in game 3 every time. We're just trying to get our game 3 to our game 1. Once we figure that out, we're coming for the top.
Yeah, great stuff here, K1. One more kind of stat quip, and I'm pretty sure you already know this stat already, but you're one of only 3 players to have ever played every single week of the QRLS so far. And with that being said, you have a total of 99 games played now in the QRLS regular season. How does that make you feel, and how would you explain your level of commitment to this league? Obviously, you are an admin and you do wonders for our streams and our production.
Yeah. Oh, so was that the end of the question?
Yeah, just talk to us about, why you've played 99 games.
Why are you playing games?
I'm single and I don't have too many friends. So you guys are about it. I don't have much else to do, so I mean, honestly, it's a great community. It's a lot of fun. So I actually used to play collegiate baseball, and I played baseball pretty much my whole life. So I've always just kind of had like that competitiveness about me. And so after obviously graduating college and moving on into the work world, it's that that itch has always needed scratched, and I think the QRLS has kind of helped me with that. It's helped me to compete, and I think of it similar to like Saturday softball. Like it's obviously a lot of fun, and I have my own job and my own life that I'm working on, but it's something I can come in and have conversations like this and feel much more important than I than I probably should. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to kind of see yourself develop and see those stats there and kind of set a goal, work toward it, and achieve it. It's even if it's something as silly as Rocket League or something as important as Rocket League. However you see it, it's really cool to be able to in a community amongst a lot of other people who are as supportive as everybody has been and has as fun as everybody is in the QRLS. To have that, set goals and achieve and grow as a player and have that support, it's honestly just so fulfilling and a lot of fun. So that's why I've played as much as I have. While I'll probably keep playing for a while. It's a unique experience.
Great stuff, K1. Mass, do you have anything else here for our player spotlight of Week 3 K1 Killer before we send him home?
I don't think so. Good luck against the Rocketeers. I'm not gonna ask you to give us your strategy on how you're gonna approach your game. I think that's those are some key vital strats that you shouldn't divulge to the whole.
I could share a little bit. Yeah,
I mean, if you want to, by all means.
Yeah, so our idea is in Mass, not Mass. I know you'll understand this, especially. And our King and I, we sat down, we developed this plan. So our idea is if we score more goals.
Oh, the turbo strategy. Right? I like it.
Yeah, we should win, and that's kind of our idea.
A bold strat.
K1, thank you for joining us. It is always a pleasure to have you in the booth, and especially as a player. Keep up the good work. You mark the 6th different Player of the Week we've had so far this season. We've had 2 different Player of the Weeks every week in what seems to be the most tight-knit race here in the QRLS so far this season.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Appreciate all you guys do. Thanks for having me.
Well, Mass, that was it. That's all we got here for the Week 3 review. Thank you for joining me. Do you have anything else to kind of quip in for the viewers here before we kick it on?
Hey, just make sure you guys are, liking the YouTube videos. Share them to your Facebook walls. Make sure you're sharing the streams when they come up. The best way that we have to improve as a league and get more players and more play time is to share that to your friends and your family. Like I have people in other Discord channels and other like WhatsApp chats that constantly just bugging them with like, hey, come watch the stream, come like this YouTube video. So make sure you guys are hitting like, follow, subscribe, all that nonsense that YouTubers always put out. And see you in the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us here in the weekend review. On your screen, you see the matchups that we will be seeing this week. The only one confirmed so far is the Speed Demons versus the 3 Rocketeers that will be taking on Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Time. All other 3 matches TBD. And without further ado, don't forget to get into that Discord, go into that Facebook page, go into that YouTube channel, do everything you got to do to give this league as much support as it can possibly get. I am Quicksilver59, a.k.a. Little Bucket, the commissioner here of the QRLS. Joining me was Massimune. Always a pleasure to have him in the booth with me. And without further ado, keep it quick.